Bro, I genuinely want to help you with this problem, bro, because I know how much it sucks. It sucks, bro. I know you're frustrated. You don't know what to do. Like, you keep increasing the weight. You keep hearing that progressive overload is the driver of muscle growth. You keep increasing the weight and the reps, and it's just not working. You're not building any muscle. You don't see any progress, and it's frustrating. You feel like you want to give up. You feel like you don't like it. I was in the exact same position as you, bro, and I'm gonna tell you the exact solution to this, and it's very easy and it's very simple. Now, there are basically 3 reasons why this is. The first reason is, and this is why this happened to me. This is why I was progressively overloading and I didn't build any muscle. And it's probably the biggest reason is going too fast. Now, let's just define, like, what is progressive overload? Let's just define the word progressive overload, because not many people understand what it means. So, progressive overload is basically gradual increases in weight or reps over time. This is what progressive overload means. Gradual increases in weight or reps over time. If you Google it, this is what it will tell you. Now, focus clearly on the word gradual. And this is what I got wrong. I didn't understand that progressive overload is gradual, is small increases in weight or reps over time. The problem is, I was so obsessed with it that I would increase so much weight, so much reps every single workout. Like, I would increase like 5 kilos on a dumbbell exercise and like one workout. Like, of course you won't build muscle. Like, you first of all, add weight or reps so that your form and technique is exactly the same, but the only thing that's different is the weight. But your form and technique is pure. The eccentric speed is still the same. That is what we need. If you do that, you will gain tons of muscle. Now, the second reason is intensity. Now, this is also another thing I did wrong, is that I thought I was training hard, but I wasn't. Like, let's say someone's max is, let's say this, I'll give you a good example here. Let's say this guy, his bench press max is 10 reps. 2. It's 10 reps. Let's say this guy, he doesn't know his bench press max is 10 reps, but he trains like a pussy. Okay? So he stopped at 5 reps on week 1, right? Week 1, stopped at 5 reps. So he thought 5 reps was his max. So the next week, week 2, he stopped at 7 reps. But he could actually reach 10 reps. But the problem is the intensity isn't high enough. So this doesn't really count as progressive overload. You see, we progressively overload to give the muscle a stress that it's not used to. Because simply, if you want to grow a muscle, you need to give it a reason to grow. And we get that by training to failure. So training to failure to send the maximum stimulus and progressively overloading to continuously and consistently challenge our muscles. This is how progressive overload works. The correct way to progressively overload is like this. So this guy is at week 1 and he's doing a bench press. You train till failure. He hits his max, right? It's gonna be 10 reps. Week 2, whether he realizes it or not, he actually gets 12 reps. No, sorry. He could actually get 11 and 12 reps because his muscles got stronger. That's the thing. So the next week, week 3, week 2, yeah, he trains till 12. And on week 3, he could do 13 and 14. So he reaches 14. And on week 4, he could do 15 and 16. And so on. I really hope you understand this, bro. Intensity is the key. Training to failure is the key. All right? That's the second thing. Now, the third reason, and it's probably one of the most common reasons, is recovery. You just didn't wait for the muscle to recover so you could build muscle. It's that simple. Now, let's go back to our example here. Right? That stick man that was doing his bench press max. Let's go back to that example. I'll just call it BP max. Right, so let's say this guy, he did everything right, he trained to failure right here on week 1. He trained to failure on week 1. Now, what would happen is if he didn't give his chest time to recover and he went again on the same week, he will not build muscle. In fact, he will lose strength and lose muscle. His failure will only be at 8 reps because he didn't give the muscle enough time to recover. All right, that's the simple thing. So progressive overload is very simple, and building muscle, it is so simple. Train to failure, do your max effort, wait for the muscle to recover, and then add weight or reps. Small increments, not very heavy increments and fast increments. Small adds, like slowly adding weight. Whether it's 5 kilos on a compound exercise or it's 2.5 kilos on a isolation exercise, it doesn't matter. But train to failure, give the muscle time to recover, and add weight or reps. And if you train to failure, you are automatically, your failure will increase, just like I did in that example, right? So this is basically why you will be progressively overloading, but you won't build muscle, right? It's because of these 3 things. And if you understand them, I promise you, like I know this overcomplicates things and all that, but I promise you, if you understand this, you will never, ever struggle again with building muscle. And as always, we're in this together. We're gonna make it. Promise you, we're gonna make it together. Peace, take care.